Opportunity in cryptocurrency. There isn't much left in this world which provides the same amount of opportunity you see in this thing we call crypto. And there is another big opportunity sitting right in front of your face. It's called watching this entire episode because it's time for chicocrypto. Yes, the opportunity in cryptocurrency is far-reaching, and there hasn't been an opportunity like this since the gold rush. Gold was the reason people traversed out west and explored the unknown. Gold riches were made by the average man. They were able to turn from poor to wealthy in the blink of an eye. And the gold rush led to an explosion in manufacturing across the board. Of course, for mining equipment, but also the rush led to increased production of lumber and the creation of new flour mills. As industry grew out west, the increased populations increased dramatically the need for clothing and a leather industry. They both experienced significant growth. Levi Strauss, a German immigrant, identified miners' need for sturdy clothing and created canvas pants that would withstand the punishing hours involved in gold mining. Thus, wholesale and retail developed at this time too, and were instrumental in helping meet the growing demands of consumers. Consumers have money, and the financial industry was changed as well. Henry Wells and William Fargo saw an opportunity to provide financial services to gold seekers and started a bank, Wells Fargo and Company. Now, don't you find it ironic, aka like the wheel has come full circle, that Wells Fargo is now launching a Bitcoin fund? Yeah, CoinDesk announced it yesterday, and it's for their wealthiest of clients. They partnered with NYDIG and FS Investments, and as we can see from the filed SEC documentation, it's called the FS NYDIG Bitcoin Fund 1 LP. But guess who else filed for a Bitcoin fund on the same day? As we can see from the CoinDesk article, JP Morgan. The never Bitcoin JP Morgan is having a change of heart.
I could care less about Bitcoin. I don't know why I said anything about it.
Although it's not only the banks of old, it's the banks of new too. The up-and-coming LA investment bank Moelis & Company recently talked about crypto. They likened it to what? Well, according to the Bloomberg article, the gold rush. Founder and CEO Ken Moelis said this about the crypto rush. It's like the gold rush of 1848. A lot of people didn't know if there was gold in the ground, but Levi made a business selling jeans and Wells Fargo made a banking business, Moelis said. I believe our business is selling the picks and shovels, so we have to know what people want, what picks and what shovels they need, what tools they need to be successful. Just like I was comparing it to the gold rush, rich investment bankers are too. Banks and investment funds across the board are seeing the opportunity and don't want to get left in the gold dust. Like Ken said, you gotta identify those picks and shovels if you're going to make it. Tokens in the blockchain space are like the gold hiding in the river. They are the main bounty. If you're able to sift effectively through the dirt, aka the sea of tokens, and spot a winner, you can make it rich just off one small investment. 100x's are not uncommon in cryptocurrency. But just like iron pyrite during the gold rush, fool's gold tricked the gold miners, making them think they struck it rich. There are shit coins in cryptocurrency, which hide their poopy ways behind a sparkle, and they're going to change this world or the industry. Don't be fooled. But it's not only the tokens like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or the altcoins. There are picks and shovels too, like the hardware to mine some of these assets, Bitcoin miners, GPUs, and the cooling systems to keep them cold, or the wallets to store the tokens, physical hardware wallets like Trezor, Ledger, and more, or even in the non-physical realm like the Argent wallet. These new types of businesses are creating opportunities, not only for the founders of the companies, but they're creating thousands upon thousands of jobs. So now let's talk about the opportunity, the big one I see in cryptocurrency, as I'm sure that is what everyone has been waiting for. So after the gold rush, which helped build the West in America, countries across the globe started readopting gold as their currency standard. The international gold standard emerged in 1871, and by 1900, the majority of developed nations were linked to the gold standard. But as we know, That didn't last long. Industrialization and the greed of America created a new gold. Black gold, oil, and by the 1970s, with the collapse of the Bretton Woods gold standard, oil took gold's place and the petrodollar was born.
I drink your milkshake. I drink it up!
Oil has had a good run, over 50 years of dominance since the 70s, but it's about to lose its position quicker than gold. In 2006, UK mathematician Clive Humby said a quote which would change this world: "Data is the new oil." And big tech has grown to control data, this new oil. Facebook, Google, Apple, Amazon, and more. They are the gatekeepers, transporters, and publishers of our data and have a monopoly over it. But not for long, thanks to blockchain and cryptocurrency. So, have you ever heard of GAIA-X? Well, GAIA-X is a project supported by European governments to build a competitive, secure, and trustworthy data infrastructure for Europe in the cloud. Its aim is to develop common requirements and the new architecture for a European data infrastructure. Therefore, openness, transparency, and the ability to connect to other European countries are central to GAIA-X. And representatives from several European countries and further international partners are currently involved with GAIA-X. So who is involved on a country level with this? Well, it was originally launched on a European scale over a year ago in June with a dual announcement by German Economic Minister Peter Altmaier and France's Economic Minister Bruno Le Maire. But it was originally conceived by Germany and their Federal Ministry for Economic Affairs and Energy with the release of the executive summary in 2019. But what other countries are involved, both European and international? Well, from their newest member list edition put out in March of this year, we can see which ones. As we can see, European countries involved include Ireland, Belgium, Luxembourg, Netherlands, Italy, Spain, Finland, Sweden, Portugal, the UK, Austria, Poland, Norway. And the international partners we can see from the list are Singapore, the USA, and even China. And big names on the list: Accenture, Alibaba Cloud, BNP Paribas, Cisco Systems, Deutsche Bank, Fujitsu, Hewlett-Packard, IBM, Intel, Microsoft, Oracle, Salesforce, VMware, Volkswagen, and hundreds of others. Although there is another member which is going to lead us right to that cryptocurrency opportunity: BigchainDB. And I know some people are like, ooh, I know who Chico's talking about. But for those that don't, let's figure it out like a 90s afternoon with Summer Sanders. Now, who's BigchainDB? Well, BigchainDB is a dominant blockchain database offering whose database deployment partners include Daimler, Microsoft, Polkadot, Porsche, Riddle & Co., Toyota, Volkswagen, and more. Now, if we go to the About section on BigChain within their website, they say the first prototype started in the summer of 2015, and the first release came just after that in 2016. Then they say, by early 2017, we'd spent nearly 4 years thinking about IP and big data. We started to see problems at the intersection of these topics. How can you securely own data and sell it while avoiding data escapes? Modern artificial intelligence, AI, was on the rise, and with it the demand for way more data. We realized that blockchain technology could help, especially with decentralized data marketplaces. With Toyota Research Institute, we built a prototype data marketplace that used BigchainDB. This initial foray into decentralized data marketplaces grew into a much larger project, Ocean Protocol. The team at BigchainDB, the company, is now focused on Ocean Protocol. Ocean Protocol, my friends, and going to their website, it's all about data, the new Web3 data economy. Now, I'm sure some of you are like, well, just because BigchainDB is there doesn't really mean GAIA-X is going to be using Ocean. Oh, really? In April of this year, Ocean released a blog titled Ocean, Datarella, and the Future of Mobility Data Sovereignty with GAIA-X. And in the blog it says, Ocean Protocol is joining forces with Datarella to expand the open data economy. Their first project will be under the umbrella of GAIA-X, the European Association for Data and Cloud, as part of the GAIA-X for Future Mobility project, which aims at bringing cloud applications to autonomous and networked vehicles. The project's overall goal will be the creation of a decentralized ecosystem of data and services that allows autonomous and networked vehicles to integrate into smart infrastructures and third-party services, following GAIA-X's design principles. And finally below it says, Ocean Protocol BigchainDB is a Day 1 member of GAIA-X Association's AISBL. Day 1, baby. Ocean is the new data economy. Ocean is the new decentralized standard for the new oil. Ocean is gold in a sea of fools. Cheers. I'll see you next time.